I think we're live. We're live, everyone. Yes, we are. So listen, everyone. I was not planning on streaming this morning, but, yeah. Things are happening. The first time ever stuff has actually occurred, right?
Something is happening. I
Something
know.
is happening. So, usually I don't do foreign policy streams, but this is getting kind of scary that we have to get into it, because this is a fucking mess. Alright? Late American politics. I'm not late!
Lap is back, guys.
Yeah. Now, before we get into it, don't forget the audio is dead. What? What do you mean the audio's dead?
Is it dead?
No, they murdered the audio. No, that's yours. My audio's working.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I'm okay. I'm not at my usual setup. So can people still hear me? Can you guys still hear me
What?
fine?
Yeah, I can
Can
hear
people?
you.
Yeah, I'm just not. No, dude, I'm in my school's lunch period. Okay,
What do you mean I
let's
keep
just.
cutting in? I'm not cutting it out, am I?
You're
No,
not.
What is
I
chat
think
talking
chat
about?
chat is
probably
probably
trolling.
talking about me.
They're
It's probably because
They're trolling, dude. They're trolling.
yeah, they're.
Okay. Dead Mike. Who? When you just say dead Mike, there's like 5 people in here. Who?
Also, if their mic is dead, how would we know?
Yeah.
Like how would you know? Because they wouldn't be
You
talking.
keep cutting in and out. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, whatever.
They're trolling, I think.
All right, now before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe. Okay, I don't get what I'm. Okay, don't forget
They're
to like,
screwing with
subscribe,
your
share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, I'll support. I'm not even joking. Okay, guys, stop. Seriously, if there's an actual problem, let me know. Don't fucking do this.
They're trolling you. They're
Yeah,
trolling
this is
you, dude.
ridiculous. All right, I hear every second word. I don't know. Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe,
Wait,
share with your friends.
you want me to leave the stream real quick and tune in and see if I can hear you guys?
Yeah,
Give me a
just,
sec.
I don't know. If people are trolling. I
I'll
don't
be
know.
back in like a minute.
I already tuned in. I had no issues hearing you on the stream.
Oh,
You're
so
fine.
never mind. We're
Okay,
good. We're good.
okay, chat, I'm just gonna ignore you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, these are all great ways to support the daily content, and if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, sending super chats the best way to get your questions answered. Again, I read through as much chat as possible, and already we got a bunch of read through. Alright, sound is glitchy. Sound is glitchy. Okay, chat, just refresh YouTube, if that's the case. That's usually what that means. Luke has joined the channel. Wait, Luke, why did you join the channel?
Yeah, I joined it. I realized I forgot to join it, so I joined it like an hour ago.
Alright. Marilyn Degatti for 2. Is there any hope? Maybe. Mike for 5. I always had a feeling that Deep State would start World War III if they didn't win the election. We have to hope that Putin does escalate further. We'll get to that in a second. Lord Rhino for 5. This will be the first time in history that Germany did not start a world war. That's true. American Nerd for 2. Rapid So Jove, we're all doomed. A Glitch TV for 2. Rapid can't tell what you're saying. Crick Mode for 5. A Confident Catch tell you you're cutting in and out. People saying audio is fine or trolls. I don't know. On my end, it's fine. Just refresh YouTube, if that's the case. Just refresh YouTube if there's a problem.
Yeah, people are screwing with your rap.
Yeah.
You can't trust the rap viewership.
Ben Siddix for 2. Can't believe Tennessee voted in line with Alabama. American Nerd for 3. Rap, should we be building shelters because Ukraine? No, I wouldn't go that far.
No.
Alright.
We should. You guys gotta start watching those how to build shelters.
Yeah, just like,
wait,
it's the beginning of World War III. We gotta begin dooming already.
No, we have to get the Alex Jones mindset. You
That's
know,
real.
no, we have to. You have to buy My Patriot Supply. Are they gonna sponsor you now?
You're breaking. Refresh YouTube. If there's problems, just reboot, because YouTube can be garbage sometimes. All right. All right.
Yeah, dude, rap. You gotta get sponsored by My Patriot Supply next.
Maybe.
I can do that.
Well, someone got in contact with them. K Cup for 2. Still waiting for when the Green Bay loses the A-Rod trade. Yeah, we won that trade. So, a Glitch TV for 2 is on YouTube's end. Yep, it's YouTube. YouTube does that every once in a while. For whatever reason, like bad connection or something. Crick Mode for 2. My bad, refreshing YouTube worked. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was YouTube. All right, we're good. All right. Lord
Here's
Rhino.
how we fix foreign policy. Let's put Jackson Hinkle in charge of the foreign policy and see
Oh
how long
gosh,
it
no.
takes.
Lord Rhino for 2 for chat reload stream audio. Okay, then yeah, just guys, if you have to, just reload YouTube real quick, and then I'll be back. All right,
Jackson Hinkle is literally an Iran soldier, so.
all right, let's get into it
No,
because
he's literally bought out by like Arab media.
all right, we got to talk about this because this is getting kind of scary. And you know what? Who's the foreign policy expert here?
I'm not an ultimate foreign policy expert, but I spent a long time looking into this. I had personal
Yeah, me
interest
too.
in this conflict.
I look at
Um,
Ukraine
So
too.
yeah,
So-
these two are the experts. I know a little
What-
bit.
I-
But
Yes.
I want to start with
I'm-
the what, with what is actually going on. Just for any of you who are not sure of what exactly is going on, we have authorized the use of NATO infrastructure and NATO personnel by Ukraine to attack inland Russia, like the inside of their territory. Now, Ukraine has already been assaulting their inner territory in the Kursk region, and this we all saw as like a strategic move, so that hey, look, we've lost territory we can't get back from Russia. Let's take territory from Russia so that when we get to the negotiating table, they have to give us back southeast Ukraine. Now, that has failed ultimately. They haven't been able to make the headway that they needed to. But now going through, they are able to use strategic missiles that they haven't been able to before to attack Russia. So that's the what is going on. Now, and it's really important for you to understand the way Putin sees this, because the way all the Western media is reporting it and the way that we understand it is that we've allowed Ukraine to attack Russia like they've been doing. What's the big deal? The big deal is that back in September, Putin clarified that he was reforming his interpretations of what would and wouldn't justify nuclear retaliation. And Putin essentially made it so that if you attack with NATO personnel and infrastructure using these advanced weapons, that you have justified a retaliatory strike. Now, do any of us think that Putin is going to attack the West, America?
No.
that's always been
No.
That's always been
No. Right. And I think that's just important to say at the start, because I know some people are probably crapping their pants, like, oh gosh, are they going to bomb Atlanta or something? No. No. So the deal right now with Russia is that they are going to retaliate against Ukraine on behalf of us for what we've done. And it's not going to be pretty. It could cost tens of thousands, and God forbid, please pray about it, hundreds of thousands of extra Ukrainian lives. Not that we haven't killed enough Ukrainians. And the other side effect of it is simply going to be that Putin is probably going to ask for more Ukrainian land in negotiations now when we actually do get to the peace treaty. And this is a really big deal. This could permanently cripple Ukraine's economy, especially, for instance, if Russia says, hey, well, you know what? We were going to settle for the 4 oblasts we currently occupy, but since you attacked us with those missiles, give us Odessa now. They could try and almost virtually lock out Ukraine from access to their water ports. That, and if you understand how economics works, when you don't have access to your water ports, it's really bad. It's like you don't have anywhere to
so I
send
mean,
your
this
goods.
is not a good situation. The fact that we're talking about this, like, why the hell? First of all, what the hell is Biden doing? What the hell is he trying to accomplish here? I don't get what the point of this is. So,
I mean, he basically
Money.
wants Russia to collapse.
but that's not going to cause that.
No,
You know what I think it is? I think he wants because he doesn't want to go out on this note like about how bad he was. So I think he just wants to have one win. Like,
How's it a win,
so
though?
I don't know. I think he's doing a big gamble. So
Right. So you have to understand.
dude, he's
that the
gonna be dead.
Ukrainian-
He's gonna be dead in like less than 15 years.
Oh,
Okay, he doesn't really.
More like
Stuff
5
doesn't really
years.
matter to him anymore. Stuff doesn't really matter to him anymore. So like, just you know.
I genuinely think that this is all about money. And if you've listened to any of the Warhawks talk about this conflict, most of them kind of salivate over the prospect of rebuilding Ukraine. And they've already have in the works. They've already assembled like $400 billion, $500 billion Ukrainian rebuilding projects, reconstruction projects. And they they stand to gain a lot of money off of that. And I want to tie this in with something that happened right after Trump won the election. Did you guys see the news report, I guess like a week after the election, where the deep state announced, hey, look, listen, we know Trump's going into office, but we promise we will spend every single penny of taxpayer money on Ukraine as possible,
I saw
right up until
that.
inauguration. Well, right. And that's not for you. That's not like a big middle thing. It should offend you that they do that with your taxpayer money, knowing that we're going to end the war. But it's really a signal to the people that are in this money laundering scheme. They're basically like, oh, hey, look, listen, the gravy train's not stopping. And the biggest way this is tied into with something with Senator Mike Lee posted about earlier today and yesterday, the omnibus bill that would continue sending a lot of money to Ukraine through fiscal year 2025. That is absolutely on the table, and we have to do everything we can to stop it, because it will cripple the Trump administration. It will cripple our capacity to slow down spending or cut spending. But ultimately, what it means is that your taxpayer money is still going to be going to this freaking conflict.
This is
It's
just
just something.
stupid. This is dumb.
Yeah, it's all stupid. It's all meant to waste your money. And at the end of the day, that's what I really wanted to convey to people is like, no, you're not going to be in danger. Your life's not in danger. Nobody's going to get bombed in the West. But Joe Biden probably just like purchased a bunch of blood money with the blood of Ukrainian lives just because Putin can now retaliate. And that's
Right.
just a disgusting thing.
We got a bunch of super chats to read through. Cherokee Bear for 2. Trump has now beaten more women than Doug. Oh gosh. Well, he's still. Listen, hey, it's only 2-1. So Chief Constituent for 5. If you were to write a creative piece on anything, what would you create? A novel, TV show, Trump story would be the best inspiration for an American dream. Well, I am working on something. Can't get into specifics. Which, if you want to support the project, which I can't say here, subscribe, share with your friends, join the channel, like the stream, all that good stuff. Lord Rhino for 5. Putin isn't stupid. He won't attack a NATO state. Yeah, he's not going
Right.
to. They've been saying this for 20 years now. They've been saying this. It's not going to happen. K Cup for 5. Does Trump play a role in deterrence here? If anyone makes any sudden moves, they know Trump is coming back soon, so they have to deal with him. That might be the deterrence.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's Trump.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to mess with him.
Mhm. All right. And one thing that I would highlight about that is that Putin has been very patient. He has let them bomb the Kremlin. He has let them bomb oil refineries. He has let them bomb Crimea. He has let them do all sorts of stuff, and he hasn't escalated beyond what he does right now. So there is a possibility that Putin just doesn't do anything in retaliation to this because he knows Daddy's home. He knows Daddy's coming home. But there's all equally likely chance that he decides, hey, I'm going to make a stake. I want more land. I'm going to attack Ukraine in retaliation.
Let's see. Benecynics for 2. Pray for the innocence of both nations. Yeah, that's the worst part. Like, a bunch of people are going to die for no reason. Like, well,
Yes.
What do you gain from this? Both sides just killing each other for what? Honestly, what?
Economics.
Yeah. They've
That's really
gained
it.
nothing from this. Mike Dread for 2. They'd rather get us nuked than let Trump in. I don't know. I just think this is a middle finger to Trump, but I don't know. American Nerd for 5. Rap, my guess is that the cities of Kiev and Lviv will be the 21st century equivalent of Hiroshima. No, they're not going to nuke anything yet. Not yet. We're not at that stage as of now. Reasonable to sim for 2. Florida's 1 is looking like a crowded field of the candidates. Yeah, it looks like a shit show, but hopefully someone good gets in. We'll see, though. But, alright, yeah, currently, we don't know how this is going to go. Like, how long till Russia actually, like, responds?
Oh, no, it could be easily within a week or two. It could be immediate. We really just have to sit tight and see what happens. It's really just a matter of us sitting up and biting our nails until January comes. It's really that sad.
Yeah, this is one of those things where I'm just hoping that cooler heads prevail. Because you can't just have, a country with a bunch of nukes just, they're starting to talk like this. I mean, they lowered the threshold to use nuclear weapons. It's like, that's not a good sign. Maybe we should start to sweat a little bit, but I don't know. Real Texan, what do you think on any of this?
I mean, I'm not really a foreign policy expert, but I mean, I guess Biden probably has been wanting to get rid of Putin for a while, so I don't know.
I don't know. It just, to me, this doesn't make any sense. Like, what do you really gain from this? I don't get, like, what?
Oh, we're still working to defeat Russia and save democracy.
I don't know.
Well,
this is dumb. But go on.
Forgive me for being cynical, but when you ask that question, I legitimately just think it is all about the flow of money. It's a message to the military-industrial complex. Hey guys, listen. Not only is the gravy train going to not stop flowing, we're going to try and push Trump into a corner where he can't end the conflict because it's escalated too much, and we're going to get you a whole nother year of money flowing into defense systems, flowing into artillery, flowing into Ukraine. So don't worry, guys. The gravy train is not
This is
stopping, and
insane.
That's
that's the
actually
message.
probably what they want. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
don't want. I mean, they obviously don't want the conflict, and they want Ukraine to probably take back
They want
like the
everything
entirety
back.
of Russia. They
Well,
want to base. They want. They basically would probably want Ukraine to take back all of Russia's land, and to probably do something to Putin that I can't say, obviously.
yeah. All right, American Nerd for 5. Sorry, Rap. Whenever I hear crazy stuff like this happen in the world, I can't help but feel the need to hit the panic button. Well, yeah, it's been worrisome that we're talking about this, especially with a lame duck presidency. This is what's scary about this. Like, Biden doesn't have any consequences for whatever he does the next 2 months. He can do whatever he wants. That's a scary part in this. So, or whoever's really running the country. So that's the part that I'm kind of worried about. Like, what does Biden do? Like, how does he further escalate this? Hopefully he doesn't. But does he escalate this further?
Mm.
Mm.
Only if necessary. I think that this is sufficient escalation because like we're stepping on the toes of hey Putin, 2 months ago you said that you would start using nuclear arsenals if we did this thing, right? Well, we just did the thing,
We
right?
did the thing.
What do you think?
The
We did the
thing.
thing. So it's
Yeah, then nukes start going flying. That's what I'm just worried about. But Lord Rhino for 5. The chance a nuke gets used is very low. Everyone knows the consequences of it. America got away with the nuke World War II as they had the sole monopoly on nuclear weapons. Well, yeah, but like still, you don't want people talking to like this. Like, yeah, we got nukes in the background that we can use anytime. It's like, I don't know if we should be talking about this. Like, it's a good thing, but yeah. The warmongers probably want Ukraine to take back Crimea, which is retarded. Yeah, there's no way that's not
nope.
going to happen.
Right. And look, I don't want to disparage anyone who believes that Ukraine should maintain its territorial integrity. I understand the emotion behind that, but I also want to direct you to a talk that JD Vance did on the Senate floor about this conflict at the beginning of last year, I think February of 2023. Go on Forbes's YouTube channel and look for like a 3-4 hour supercut of JD Vance talking about this. He calls it back then a pipe dream to maintain the territorial integrity of Ukraine. And so that means, not only is Crimea gone, but at least like a couple, probably all 4 of the oblasts in southeast Ukraine are gone.
Yeah,
And
they're gone.
I don't say that because I hate Ukraine. I don't like what they're doing to the religious people in Ukraine. I don't like the banning of the UOC, which is a church in Ukraine. I don't like any of that, but I care about the lives of Ukrainian people. I don't want them to suffer. And ultimately that's the moral of all of this. You're not helping Ukraine by prolonging this conflict. You're actually just ensuring more of this already basically destroyed country, like more of their men die,
Yeah.
more of their people die. It's bad. It's just bad.
All right, remember, folks, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, share on Twitter. Let's get more people watching. All right, but yeah, so yeah, I'm just worried that because Biden has nothing to lose now. That's that's the thing I'm worried about. Like, if I don't think he'll do anything dumb, but well, this is Biden we're talking about. For crying out loud, he got stuck in the rainforest. He wandered off. Like, what the hell happened there? It looked like a little. What? Go on.
Biden wanders into the nuclear arms room. He sees the red button. He's like, "Found it, Jack."
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm worried about. It's like this guy literally went to Brazil, and he wandered off of the forest. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
I think he should stay there.
Yeah, he should. Well, then we get stuck with Harris, which I don't know if that's much better, but K Cub for 5. I love the holidays and usually don't want them to pass, but if it means Trump comes back and helps save the physical world, I'm okay with it going by fast. Luke for 2. Okay, it actually does keep cutting out. What? I'm not hearing that. What?
I'm listening to it right now. I don't hear you cutting out at all. Like it's in my ears right now.
That's
I
weird.
don't hear you cutting out at all.
That's YouTube. It's always YouTube that does that. American Nerd for 5. Rap, did you see the poll that Harris has the frontrunner 2028? I hope she runs again so we get a reverse 2008. I hope she runs. Go ahead. If you're dumb enough to run again, but I did see the poll, yeah, what was it, like 41%?
Oh yeah, no, they'll get over that. The DNC will get over that. But the idea, because like all the pundits have been saying, it wasn't her fault. She ran a flawless campaign. You don't understand. She could like, if they gassed themselves into thinking they could run her, like all she needed was a full year to campaign, and then she would win. No,
No, she would do worse. She would do
Yeah.
worse.
she'd do worse.
That's a funny thing. It's
Shout
like-
outs.
Go on.
Shout outs to Ann Brester for quoting 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It's my favorite part of scripture. Shout outs to Ann Brester.
Yeah, I just love
anyways.
the fact that the Democrat Party, they've convinced themselves that, oh, if we ran it for a full year instead of freaking, what was it, 5 months or whatever, we would win this
Yeah.
time. It's like, no. The more she spoke, the more she went down in the polls. So I don't
Well, yeah,
get-
and if you want to pull that up, it's really funny, like going down the line, because right under her
Yeah,
is
let me pull
Gavin
this up.
Newsom.
let me pull this
Yeah,
up.
it's
I think it was
yeah.
Echelon Insights, right?
Echelon Insights. Yeah,
All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh, yep, right here. So, Kamala Harris 41%. Gavin Newsom 8%, Josh Shapiro 7, Pete Buttigieg 6, Tim Walz 6, AOC 4, Gretchen Whitmer 3, Pritzker 2, Bashir 2, Booker 2, Paulus 1, Westmore 1, undecided 18%. Yeah, go ahead with Harris. Go ahead. I don't feel bad. Just go ahead. Just go pick Kamala Harris again. What?
Oh, by the way, I think there's an article from CNBC.
What? What's CNBC?
But actually, well, I'll send a tweet from the AF Toast, which is basically just kind of reiterating what they said.
Oh, looks like YouTube's dead.
it's
What the
not
hell?
dead.
No,
For
it's just like,
me.
yeah, no, people are saying YouTube on the PCs. I don't know what's going on. YouTube is just full of shit right now, and it's not, I don't know, YouTube's been dumb lately, so. But anyways, again, don't forget, guys, since YouTube is pulling some shenanigans, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the stream. Yeah, share on Twitter and stuff. Get people to watch, because YouTube is, well, YouTube right now. Anyways,
Okay, so by the way, this is what I just sent.
What? What do you send?
We'll check the chat.
Russia confirms Ukraine's attacked it using... Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Okay,
that was the, Russia claims to shot down a U.S.-made missile. Which, again, why are we doing this? Why? Well,
Democracy.
Democracy. Yeah. Alright, Lord Rhino for 5. Where did the AOC is pregnant rumors come from? I don't know. It's just people terminally online.
It comes from people looking at her. She has a very glowing face. It's rounded out. I speculated that either over the past few weeks, like before the election, she was stress eating, or that what is it, like Irish looking dude that she's dating finally got her pregnant. But yeah, no, it's like we don't know, but I bet you in like a couple months she's gonna say, "Oh, I'm pregnant."
Yeah, or something. I don't know. I think it's terminally online. Who cares? Kate Comfort 2. I'm not having any issues. I don't know. YouTube is being cringe right now. YouTube is just cringe. Hey, Rap, what do you think of Duffy being in the administration? I'm surprised they picked him. Like, I was not expecting that. I mean, transportation? I did not think that was gonna happen. But hey, better than freaking, Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah, it's like anytime you have like a mild criticism of somebody Trump has picked to be in his cabinet, just think about who they're replacing.
Yeah, you go from Buttigieg to Sean Duffy. It's like, yeah, that's a big upgrade. Let's see, your Attorney General, you go from Garland to Matt Gaetz, possibly.
Secretary of State's Blinken
To Rubio. I mean, we're getting some good picks. We're getting some really good picks. Rap Advanced.
Wait, what is Gnome again?
What?
What
Homeland
is
Security.
Gnome?
Homeland Security. Yeah, that idiot. Oh gosh, what's his name? Mayorkas?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think it
it's
is
Mayorkas.
Mayorkas.
All right, a glitch TV for 5. Guys was having that issue with YouTube as well. Eggs off the video and join the video again. It will be fixed. Yeah, I love how YouTube is only do this to my channel. That's always fun. It's always mysterious to my channel to have these problems. Every time.
Rap is surely the most oppressed election Twitter
I
YouTuber.
think I am. I'm not
most
even lying.
oppressed.
I probably am because I've been looking at, yeah, they are. They're deleting stuff. But anyways, what
Are
experiences...
they finally seeing the Tyrone stuff?
I don't know. Just like literally, I have proof that they're deleting views and stuff, but that's a whole different story. But and impressions. Anyways, if Harris the nominee and Trump does good, then Vance will win New Hampshire, Minnesota, New Jersey, New Mexico, and Virginia. I wouldn't go that far yet, but I mean, it's entirely possible if we get stuck with Harris again, which I cannot believe Democrats, they may do it. Are they that
What if we get
dumb?
What if they nominate
Well, yeah.
Biden again?
The main reason I wanted you to pull up that chart that you had up earlier was primarily because it highlights the leadership crisis the Democrats have right now. They really don't have someone strong to like run the front. Like who did they just make the leader of the House again for Democrats? Hakeem Jeffries. Yeah,
it's Hakeem
no.
Jeffries.
so we're gonna do the same thing we've been
doubling
doing
down
over again. They're like double down after this humiliating
No,
defeat.
it's more like triple down. They're tripling down on this crap. They tried it in 2016.
Yeah, no, man. It's a joke.
All right.
Oh, speaking of that Democrat poll, let me show the Republican poll.
Yeah, some of the Republican side. What was it again? Let me actually pull this up. Lord Rhino for 2, are you shadow banned? Yes, I probably am. I looked more into it, I think I am, which is dumb.
So Vance is obviously the front runner, 37%.
Ramaswamy second.
Ramaswamy and Haley are tied for second, 9%. DeSantis 8, Cruz 5, Rubio 5.
Huckabee Sanders 2. That's random. Holly 1, Scott. Yeah, so it's Vance's.
I didn't see that. I didn't see all that, but
this is Vance's to lose.
Yeah. Also, I will note Vivek is not running as Vance does.
No, he's not. No way.
I mean, they've been friends since college. I highly doubt they would.
And it's really funny. The New York Times put out stuff where they talked to undecided voters who ended up voting for Trump, and there was like 3 separate people that they spoke to that were just like, I wasn't gonna vote for Trump, but then I saw the vice presidential debate, and I liked
Vance.
JD.
We want Vance.
One of the women that they interviewed verbatim said like, I think he's the future of the Republican Party, and that's why I voted.
I mean, that's like, there's so many people like that. It's like, Vance is going to win the nomination. He's been the next president. Let's cut the crap. He's more than likely going to win in 2028.
Oh, totally.
Which, by the way, so much for the narrative that, he can't win an election, he's unelectable, he's weird. I still think that's the biggest backfire ever, because they set everyone's expectations so low with Vance that when he did so good, it's like, holy crap, this guy's a generational talent, which he is. But that's their fault. They really thought it was a good idea to claim that Vance was weird, he is far right, he's insane or whatever. It's like,
JD Vance is weird and he did stuff with a couch.
Yeah. That was the dumbest thing I ever did. And now they're stuck with Kamala Harris. Please run her again. Please, for the love of God, run Kamala Harris once more. It was just because she didn't have enough time and because America was racist, but this time, 2028, it'll be different. America will be less racist.
All I'm saying is if JD's our nominee, I have a hard time finding people on that Democrat list that would actually be able to win against him. I think the only
maybe
one that
Shapiro, but that's
maybe
Well, I give Whitmer the edge. I just don't think they'll nominate Whitmer, but if they did nominate Whitmer, I think she'd have a chance against Vance.
You don't think Shapiro would?
Well, the problem is that he's short and he's Jewish.
Yeah, and on top of that, let's be honest, like, there's a lot of scandals surrounding him now.
Yeah, I think those scandals would come out full force during the primary.
The whole thing that would sink him is that the Democrats have spent so much time in the past few years making their base as anti-Semitic as possible, and that is a former IDF soldier.
Yeah,
like,
so that's not gonna happen.
There's just a problem.
Yeah, there's a tiny problem. I wonder why.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the counter argument to the Jewish vein is that how relevant will the conflict be in 4 years?
That's a thing, but even then, it's like the Democrat parties, they've gone off so much off the rails, and they're doubling down their crap. So I don't know.
Now, obviously, there will still be single issue Palestine voters. They'll probably I don't know if they'll be as strong as a
No,
base.
they're not
But
going to
then
be.
again,
They're going to be
but then again, they're
No.
not going to vote in Democrat primary anyways. So
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it's like,
I think they've even
do
called
you
AOC
think,
a traitor. So
I mean, do you think the Democrat base gets excited about voting for an IDF soldier, though? Like,
No.
even 4 years from now?
No,
Hell
absolutely not.
no.
I mean, he probably would still win like the Pennsylvania primary unless a
I think
major scandal comes out.
Well,
I think he
I don't know.
I think he has the reverse electoral prospects of Kamala Harris, where Kamala Harris was able to get their high propensity voters out, but wasn't able to get any low propensity. I think Shapiro can get the low propensity Democrat voter, but none of the high. I think it's the opposite problem.
All right, reasonable to simp for 2. As a DeSimp DeSantis, don't you dare run. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Apparently his consultants are back. The same bows that said, oh, you run against Trump and you can win. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I was basically saying yesterday, DeSantis may not even appoint a placeholder because he wants to be
You
president.
better, I swear, just appoint it and you that's a free Senate seat.
It's like you either appoint Laura Trump, one of the Florida congressmen, which there are many amazing ones, or you just appoint a placeholder and then you run. Because DeSantis would probably be a good senator.
Yeah, he would. But I don't know.
But
Yeah,
I just don't think. I don't
joke
think.
where,
I
like,
think
if by January it seemed like that Matt Gaetz wasn't going to get his confirmation, that DeSantis just appoints him as the senator.
Also, I hope he does. That would just be freaking hilarious.
Yeah, like you rejected this guy attorney general. Now he's your peer. Hello.
Yeah, he's like, screw you.
I think DeSantis would rather be an executive than a legislator.
That's the thing. It's like, and maybe his consultants are saying, "Oh no, you could beat JD Vance this time without Trump. You can't be stopped." It's like, good luck.
The demons whispering in his ear. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Jackson Bass for 5. Putin will use a low-level nuclear arsenal on the front lines to take more territory. By the way, Vance's 2020 presidency will be as Trump's 3rd term. They're not going to use nukes as of now. Mike for 2. That Vance Harris debate would be glorious. It would be. That would be. I mean that's really the meme of like a nuclear bomb versus a coughing baby. That's what it would be. So. K-Cup for 2. Vance versus Harris in 2028 equals bye week for the GOP. Yeah. Jets Unleashed for 2. Big question for Vance. Can he get Trump supporters out? Yes, I think he can.
Vance absolutely can. DeSantis would not.
Vance is the only one I think that can get them out right now.
Now, to the same levels of Trump himself? Probably not, but I think
that's tricky.
But against like an average Democrat, I mean, I think Vance could still probably have the best shot at getting the base out than somebody like, I mean, the only other one I can think of is really Vivek. But the problem with Vivek is I don't know if he can get the base out, but can he get the end? But I don't think he can get anybody else out.
This is the problem though with like Vivek. I think his religion to hurt him big time. That's his problem, I think. The fact is he's not Christian. That's gonna kill him.
I think it might matter less going into like 2032 or 2036, but yeah, he's still got that problem. But like I talk to people like kind of older Christian men and women in my community, and they're just like, yeah, I really like Vivek. He's like very charismatic, and they don't even know that he's Hindi.
Yeah.
But the one thing I would say about DeSantis, I mean, he's not that old really, and if he's just bid his time, Biden his time, and let Vance go through, I mean, he could, as an old man, become president.
Yeah,
he could, like, he really. 28's a mistake, but if he ran later, he totally could do it.
It's Vance's here at 28. He's gonna be the next president. So, Aquafan for 2. DeSantis is Vance's running mate. No, I don't think it's gonna happen. If DeSantis runs again, he's just getting exiled. I mean, that's
Vance's running mate. I would say would either probably be like
a Youngkin type,
maybe Rubio, something like that.
Gosh, Rubio, I don't know about that, but we'll see. Or
I think your base will probably be a little more open to Rubio, especially after he is Secretary of State.
Or how about this? Another double down pick, because that's what Vance was. Vance was not only life insurance, but he was a double down pick. What if Vance?
I mean, a lot of the base is saying Vance Vivek, but of course, I mean, constitutionally, unless maybe Vance were to change his residency to DC or something.
I don't know, but it would be kind of hilarious to see like he does his own double down pick. Like, who's some very controversial Republican?
MTG.
No, not. I'm not saying MTG, but like
Mike Lindell.
Hulk Hogan.
How about this? Royce White.
Lauren Boebert.
Yeah, just like a double down pick. But I don't know. We'll see though. Let's see. You ain't cutting out in so I don't know. My thing, YouTube is just playing games now. This is getting ridiculous. I don't know what they're doing. Alex Jones. That's real. Matt Gates, Byron Donalds, Ryan Walter, APL, Santos. I don't think Santos runs again for anything.
Santos will probably be in prison by the time.
Yeah, I
by
mean, he's gonna be in jail by then. I don't.
I mean,
see
he could
him.
get. I mean, he could get a pardon, but I don't know. I don't think Trump really likes him or is that familiar with him. So,
Reasonable to simp for 2. Take the Senate seat, run, guaranteed relevance. Yeah, just all he has to do. If he wants to run for president in like 10 years or 12 years or whatever, go ahead. But not now. Wait for a little bit, regain your popularity, and then when you're like in your 50s, then run. That's all he has to do. But
Yeah.
is he smart enough to do that? I think he's smart enough, but he's like his consultants aren't. That's his problem.
I think there'll be a few knuckleheads that go up on the primary stage with Vance. But the problem is that's the whole thing that I've been anticipating this whole time ever since Vance got announced. It's like the second he's on a Republican primary stage with a bunch of other people, he's going to be the smartest person and the most articulate person in the room.
He's the smartest one.
He's going to screw everyone. Like,
yeah, I mean, who's he gonna be running against? I mean, what is it, Nikki Haley?
Nikki Haley's probably gonna run.
DeSantis.
A Christie type again. I don't think Chris runs again, but
I don't know. Probably not Christie. Liz Cheney might.
Liz Cheney might be the Chris Christie of the cycle.
She'll probably be probably has like her last breath in the GOP because I think Adam Kinzinger is going to be a Democrat. Is going to be an actual Democrat by 2020.
I gotta go back to the wiki page. I gotta look at who else ran for president because I keep forgetting how random the primary was. Like who actually ran. Let me pull this up.
I think Kinzinger come 2028 is going to be a registered Democrat because I don't think he's going to run for president.
All right.
He'll probably just give up after the midterms.
Let's see. Chief Constituent for 2, George Santos for president. That's real. Jose M for 2, Vance Tulsi. I don't think Tulsi's gonna be the VP.
Tulsi will probably be in his administration, but I don't think.
Oh yeah, she will. All right, so let's look at some other people that ran. Obviously, Haley, DeSantis. Oh, Ass Hutchinson. That's right. I forgot about him. Why did he run? I completely forgot this idiot ran. Why did Ass Hutchinson run? Why?
You don't hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just got out of my car. I don't know. I guess it's like as a last ditch effort to stay relevant.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Ass Hutchinson ran, Chrissy, Doug Burgum, Tim Scott. Oh yeah, Larry Elder.
Larry Elder briefly, Perry Johnson,
Will Turd.
Will Hurd, Francis Suarez, the mayor of Miami.
Yeah, and he had the worst campaign logo.
By the way, Francis Suarez actually, I mean, he endorsed Democrats, but he actually endorsed Trump this time around.
Well, because
he literally he was a yeah, because Suarez he endorsed Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden, and then he endorsed Trump.
All right, Mike for 5, 2028, Vance Donalds, Vivek, Secretary of State, Tulsi, Secretary of Defense, Elon, Secretary of Doge. That's real. Aquafan for 5 has a Floridian. I do not like Rubio. Vance DeSantis, Vance Gates, or Vance Donalds for 28. I do really like Vivek, but he's got to wait. Yeah, I personally think if DeSantis was smart, just take the Senate seat.
No.
Just take the Senate seat and be done with it.
And just as a fellow Floridian, I literally sent a mildly threatening letter to Marco Rubio.
What?
It was just to make sure that he was not going to get in the way of the Trump administration. I was worried about him, but the whole thing that I want to tell people, if you don't like Rubio because of all the stuff he's done in the past, remember that he was like one of the only senators to actually visit the J6ers in prison. And he was also like completely loyal to Trump during like the actual election cycle proceedings. Like he has like shown his loyalty, and I think that's why I'm not upset about him being Secretary of State. I don't know if he'll end up on a VP ticket with someone else, with Vance or whoever else, but I think he's shown his loyalty to the MAGA agenda, even if it's not his personal thoughts, his personal desires.
Mayor Barris has been a member for 3 months. Stephen Crabtree for 2. Notable how few 2020 primary Dems are in that poll. Yeah, I just realized that. Like, hold up, I forgot. Oh yeah, 2020 was a shit show on the Democrat side. 2020 Democrat primary. What?
Oh yeah, you had like 30 candidates running. So.
Yeah, I forgot. Let's see who ran. Biden obviously got the nomination. Klobuchar ran. Bloomberg.
I just saw Trump fans sign at a house. I never even noticed.
Real. Michael Bennett, Andrew Yang, John Delaney, Cory Booker, Williamson, Castro. Oh yeah, Harris.
Tulsi.
Yeah, Tulsi. Steve Bullock, Joe Sestak. Who the hell are some of these people? Tim Ryan ran. Bill de Blasio ran.
Yeah. What else? Seth Moulton, Julian Castro, Elizabeth Warren. I think you already mentioned her.
Yeah, John Hickenlooper, Mike Gravel ran again. Swalwell.
Yeah, he died. He also died recently. Mike Gravel.
Richard Ojeda. Oh yeah, before he went nuts. American Nerd for 2. Didn't Rubio talk with Trump? Didn't Rubio talk Trump out of attacking Venezuela? I believe so. Yeah.
Something about getting involved in Venezuela.
Yeah. Man, these people are just completely random. So these people, yeah, none of them are in this poll, outside of Harris and like Buttigieg. Those are the only ones that.
Wait, Buttigieg.
No, like if they ran Buttigieg,
they
like,
would get
I
killed.
would be so. Yeah, I would be so embarrassed for them if they ran Buttigieg. He destroyed his town as mayor. He destroyed his town. You cannot get away from that. We would be talking about it all year, like the second that we knew that he was in the running.
Yeah. All right, American Nerd for
What? I think he would lose whatever county South Bend is.
Oh yeah, they'll be like, screw this guy, get him the hell out of here. They would.
Yeah.
Mega Baylor's for 5. I hate meatballs, Ron, so much. Keep him away from the executive. Well, no, the problem with Ron is his consultants suck. Like, people talk about Trump's staffing decisions, which they've gotten way better, but yeah, they used to be pretty bad. DeSantis is way worse. Some of the idiots he surrounds himself with. Remember Chris Nelson? I mean, the fact that Chris Nelson was an advisor to DeSantis, or a big influencer, I should say, that's just sad. Absolutely.
Yeah, literally all these terminally online people with AI profile pictures, and that were basically saying, "Oh yeah, vote for Harris so DeSantis can be the nominee in 2028."
Which, by the way, mysteriously, all these people vanished. Where do they all go?
Yeah, like all the way they were heckling us all the way up until election day, and then after the election, they like faded into the distance.
Yeah, it's like
what's that?
Oh yeah, Trump's gonna lose in a 500 vote landslide to Harris.
Whatever happened to that Marcus guy? Anyone know? Swan Marcus.
Oh yeah. The people were speculating that he was like not even a real person.
I don't think he was. I
have a question. I wonder how many Sims are on Blue Sky now.
Oh, like the last 5 of them. There's like 2 of them left, and they're on there.
Chris Nelson might be on Blue Sky. If I'm not mistaken. Probably he might be on there. I should download Blue Sky just to see who's on there, and just to look at the entertainment.
Block you immediately. They would just say, "Nope, you're
too far." I could probably make like a I could probably be like a fake.
Fair. All right. Object.
Maybe I could post my map on there, like the one with Harris get 501 votes.
All right. Object Place Cater for 5. Vance Youngkin 28 or Youngkin for Senate. Just imagine the peace deal talks between U.S. and Russia and Ukraine ends up being like spies like us. Oh gosh. Just at least for 2. Worst matchup in 2028 is Harris versus Haley. Yeah, I would just not vote. Or I would support like RFK running third party or something. American Nerd for 3. In a Vance versus Bashir 2028 race, who would win Vance? Lord Rhino for 5. Apparently Trump threatened Putin with military action in a recent phone call. Don't know how true that is. He might have. I mean, that's Trump. That's his foreign policy. Don't piss around with us. All right. Let's see. Yeah, the same consultant. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, didn't DeSantis have the same consultant as Cruz did? Like the same, what's his name? For 2016. Shit, what's his name?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It was a Cruz person. I can't, I made a video on him. He's a complete dumbass, but Point is, he was the guy that ran the campaign to the ground. And, well, we all know how that went. So, if it was Harris versus Haley, I'm voting Harris, bro. I'm just not voting. What do you have to gain from voting for either of them? Seriously, what? If you vote for Harris, well, you get Harris. You vote for Haley, you get Haley. You gain nothing. You gain nothing in that scenario.
It's essentially the same people working behind the scenes too. So like that's the really important thing to. There is a uniparty. I'm sorry, there is a uniparty. It can look slightly different if the flavor is Republican or Democrat, but you're going to get most of the same thing.
They're both piles of shit. So there's no real difference. And by the way, we have a new approval poll of Trump's transition. You guys hear about this?
From Morning
Yeah, he's up by like 14, I think.
Yeah, it's plus
Morning
16.
Consult. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Morning Consult is saying that Trump's transition approval was plus 16. So people are saying, yes, we love Vic. Yes, we love RFK. Yes, we love Elon. Which is like, of course. I don't get why Democrats convince themselves, or even Republicans, do they really think that these picks were bad and unpopular?
Only the Republican senators think that. They don't like them because they'll stir up things. But the thing is like the people that actually voted liked the coalition. They liked the coalition.
They like the coalition. They like people like Tulsi Gabbard. They like people like RFK. That's what I mean, it's like these
Matt Gaetz
idiots.
even.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz. They support what Trump's doing. And this one's
crazy.
Oh,
we had a Democrat base go from being super against Big Pharma with all of their heart to 20 years later.
Agriculture. People forget about that one.
Big Pharma, big agriculture, and now they're making like articles trying to argue that seed oils are good for you, and that RFK is full of it. You have liberals on Blue Sky guzzling canola oil in protest against RFK.
What the hell?
All right,
these chemicals that cause cancer, they're actually good for you.
American Nerd for 5. Breaking Italian Prime Minister Meloni says Italy does not support U.S. President Biden's decision to allow Ukraine to strike inside of Russia. I saw that. Yeah, and now you got people like Cory Booker, they're supporting him. It's like, because this is a universal issue. It's like, yeah, we want to clean up the food. Well, why are people against that?
You probably could trade like Curtis and Murkowski and Collins for, Fetterman, Bernie, and Booker.
And others. I mean, there's a bunch of Democrats that see like, yeah, we support this.
Here's a real, like, actual legitimate, like, cognitive dissonance that I'm seeing here in these people. I've had to sit here for years and have liberals tell me how much better the European Union is than the United States with all their regulations and taking care of the health of their people. And then the second RFK suggests that we do the same things that they're doing, like ban Red 40, like ban the yellow dye that's carcinogenic. That like, as soon as he proposes, hey, why don't we do let's do all the EU stuff, and then these liberals are like, no.
Yeah, they're like, no, we can't. It's like, why? It's like,
oh, you guys were against Michelle Obama for doing the same thing.
Well, that was just starvation. That's what it was. But so. Her plan was just starve the kids and they'll lose weight. That's what it was. Starve the kids. That's what the plan was. They're trying to change history now, but that's what it was. Starve the kids.
Michelle Obama fat camps.
That's what it was, basically.
Oh, my big gulp.
Oh, gosh. Lord Rhino for 5. Had RFK said that stuff as a Democrat, they'd love him. Oh, yeah, if he was still a Democrat, yeah, they would love the guy.
No, they probably hate him, even if he was still a Democrat, if he was still working for Trump.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. American Nerd for 5. Breaking for the Guardian. The UK is expected to give Ukraine Storm Shadow missiles to strike inside of Russia. I saw that. Again, all the countries in the EU are going to do it now. And NATO.
France is probably next.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably.
Maybe Germany or something. I don't know.
Rap, is social conservatism unelectable in swing states? No. You just gotta do smart.
Depends on how conservative, I guess, you go.
Well, no, it's like, J.D. Vance is fairly socially conservative. He's just smart about it.
Oh, yeah. And
if you're supporting, like, a full abortion ban with no exceptions, that's obviously...
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
That's obviously not electable in the Midwest. Or any swing state, for that matter.
Yeah.
The poison for swing states is Democrat moderation. The only problem is the Democrats forgot how to moderate. They forgot
Yeah.
how to be moderate.
Well, now they're tripling down on their crap.
Yeah.
So that's always a great start. Rap, once Trump is in office, do you think the price of McChickens from McDonald's will go down? Yeah, they might. We'll see, though. It'll take a while, but, like, I do think we're going to see a lot of inflation. We're going to see inflation go down. You know, I really am convinced by that, because the reason we have so much inflation is because we have so much money we're spending on God knows what. And now we got Doge involved.
I mean, I could see gas going down within like a few days.
Oh, yeah, gas. They're going to reopen, like, a bunch of pipelines.
Hey,
that's day
guys,
one.
if you still want to be involved, and you should still want to be involved, even though we won, contact your congressman, your local congressman. Tell them to reject the Christmas omnibus. We have to reject
Yeah,
it
reject it.
because it's a whole year of spending that we don't need. That will slow down everything Trump wants to do.
Yeah. So you do not allow it to be passed. Just say no. No, we have power. We're not going to do anything. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, how much money is Doge going to cut? Like that's my question. Now, what's the over under at this point? What's the over under on how much Doge is going to cut?
Well, their spitball estimate was a grand total of $2 trillion.
Jeez.
Now, I've had Victor Davis Hanson tell me that basically, not tell me directly. I listened to his podcast.
Oh.
I had Victor Davis Hanson.
Yeah, he spoke to me in a dream.
He spoke to me in a dream, and he told me that you're not going to be able to do that without cutting into like the defense budget or cutting into like or cutting into medical services. So like that's the whole thing. Is a lot of conservative commentators don't believe they can do 2 trillion, but that's what Elon and Vivek think they can do. They think they can do 2 trillion.
Well, yeah, I think they can. I just think we have so much government waste anyways. It's like, it's not the most difficult thing to like try to cut.
Well, it's like, I mean, in terms of defense, like the Pentagon just failed their like 7th audit, right?
Well, they always fail their audits. I don't think, yeah, it's been like, I think it's like 10 years or whatever. They always fail the audit.
Yeah. They always fail the audit. Well, if we gut a bunch of stuff from the Pentagon, it's not necessarily harming our defenses. It's just getting rid of the bloat that they can't explain.
Well, that's the thing. That's like, yeah, people understand, like, I support a strong military, and it's like, what's happening now is you have these defense contractors, they are just screwing us over big time. I forgot who was it Michael Waltz, I think? There's like during a committee hearing, and it's like a bag of, I don't know what it was. It's like bolts or whatever, and it's like $20 at the store or something. And they were getting charged like $30,000 by these defense contractors. Right. You know, it's like, that's the problem. These contractors got to go. It's some crazy amount. It's like, really? $20,000 for a couple bolts?
Right.
Hey, I gotta go.
Later.
Adios.
They siphon money out of the federal government by, like you said, overcharging for stuff, overcharging for contracts for stuff like ships and airplanes. And they also, any like local bases or anything, they will staff people in their bases that do nothing, that just sit in front of a computer and do nothing, because they don't want to lose the money that they were given. They want more money. They don't want less money, and so they will hire people to do nothing to keep money.
Okay, yeah, it was bushings. Yeah, it costed $50 to $200, but they spent $90,000. $90,000 on something that costed $50. That's a problem with the government. That's how you get rid of corruption and like the spending. That's where the spending's going. That's like, can you imagine? That's just one thing. When you just start adding it all up, it's like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Frankie Jr. for 2. Does Tyrone know Trump won yet? Yes, he does. He knows.
Yes. Yeah. I
promise
promise at the Bays they were celebrating.
Yes.
But I just wanted to show this, just an announcement. Trump, this is a total and definitive victory for President Trump and the American people at the Manhattan witch hunt trial that has been adjourned.
Ooh, it's over?
It's over. It's been adjourned. The Manhattan DA has conceded that this witch hunt cannot continue. The lawless case is stayed, and President Trump's legal team is moving to get it dismissed once and for all. Stephen Chung.
Yeah. So that's big W. So it just got dismissed. Well, what happened? It was dismissed?
It was adjourned. Which means, like, the whole situation is he can actually wait until Trump is out of his presidency and try to bring it up again. unless they get it dismissed. If they get it dismissed once and for all,
They're going
they
to.
can never bring it up
Or
again.
Trump's gonna pardon
But
himself, so he's fine.
well, yeah, that's the whole deal, is that they could try to put him in jail after he finishes his presidency.
Right.
They're gonna try to stop that. They're gonna try to keep Trump from having to pardon himself. But yeah, that's the main thing to take away from this. Also, by the way, they could use a different technical term, but because of this, you can't call Trump a felon anymore. A
Yeah,
convicted
you
felon.
can't.
Yeah.
Reasonable to sim for 5. I'll be in the Air Force serving my country under the Orange Man. We're so back. W's a chat for reasonable to simp. Spikes for 2.
Good
Massive
job.
demands impeachment of Biden. Oh, really? Over their Ukraine stuff, I'm guessing? Is that true, chat? Is he actually pushing for impeachment now? Let me look this up. Massey.
Well, okay. Actually, I actually know this. It took me a second to remember. Massey's argument is essentially, by making a move that Putin said he would consider a declaration of war from NATO, that Biden has unconstitutionally declared war against Russia without the use of Congress, and that it is deserving of impeachment. That's Thomas Massey's argument.
Yeah, so it looks like Tommy Massey wants to impeach Biden, but at this point, it's like, you're not going to get an impeachment through. And would they even get rid of him anyways?
I mean, like, why? What's the point of putting Biden in a peach? Can he even find the peach?
Oh, gosh.
Can he even
Real.
Can he even like make it there?
Hey, Rap, can you do a video on Congress members and senators who we need a primary on in 2026? Maybe. There's some bad ones. There's some real bad ones we gotta get rid of. So, we'll see. That's just stupid, and Massey is gonna derail Trump's agenda. I don't think he will. Now that RFK and others are in the cabinet, I don't think he will.
Yeah, no.
We'll see, though. Maybe he's dumb enough to actually do something like that.
I genuinely think this is just posturing. I
Yeah.
don't think they want to do anything.
Yeah, so we'll see. American Nerd for 5. What agencies or departments should be abolished by Doge? I say IRS, EPA, Education Department, FBI, CIA, NSA, TSA, USSS, Selective Service, USPS. There's a lot to get rid of, but start with education. It does nothing. The Department of Education has done nothing. In fact, it's made education in America worse in 50 years.
Yep.
We went from number 1 to what, like 30?
Yeah, no. The Department of Education, I believe, signed in by Jimmy Carter in 69, I think, or 70. Yeah, no. Jimmy Carter's Department of Education legitimately has made every metric of U.S. education worse.
Yeah.
Every metric.
I
And
mean,
we spend more per pupil than anyone else.
yeah, we spend so much money. It's like, what is it? Chicago is like 20,000 or something?
It's something ridiculous.
Yeah, like Baltimore's a bunch of money, and they have like, what is like half the high schools had like no kids that could read or something. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, no, the literacy rate has dived down, and I know a lot of people want to blame that on migrants, but I legitimately think that the standard stock population of the U.S. has become less literate.
Yeah, that's what happened. Because our schools suck so much. It's like, yeah, these kids can't read because we're not teaching them to read or do anything.
Well, I mean, I have a family member that works in education that's been a teacher for 30 years, and every time I talk to her about it, she basically says that now they let people graduate high school with like not even being able to read at a 3rd grade level.
Yeah. Well, they just don't care. They just
care.
all they care about is making money. They make money by having high graduation rates. That's the reality of it. Not on how they're actually performing, but oh yeah, if you graduate, here's some money. It's a scam.
The whole "No Child Left Behind" mentality actually lowered all of the
Oh, it
standards
did.
and made everybody more stupid.
It has done nothing. All right. Department of Education fulfilling its purpose. It was never meant to educate. It was meant to indoctrinate. Yeah, that's true.
Shout outs to Thomas for asking to abolish the ATF. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
abolish
go.
ATF. Can we? I think it's. Will they? I don't know. But
Well, it's funny because Matt Gaetz there's a clip of Matt Gaetz going around Twitter where he's like, the ATF should be the name of a store chain in Florida for alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. It should not be a department. We need to abolish it immediately.
Yeah.
So,
let's see.
oh.
To be fair, we haven't had a constitutionally declared war since World War II. Yeah, but like, still. It's illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah, what Biden's doing is bullshit. He's trying to derail Trump's agenda. That's what it comes down to, is foreign policy.
Well, yeah, we want to slap him on the hand because he is, and this is the thing that should piss you off the most. The American people voted for peace. They voted to not start World War III, and Biden is just giving you this giant fat middle finger, like, nope.
Yeah, that's what
we
Greg
want our
Price brought up.
money.
A bunch of people bring up the fact that, yeah, we voted 2 weeks ago to end the wars. And the first thing Biden does, oh yeah, we're going to try to escalate. Yeah.
Escalate.
Why is Biden allowed to do
Be
anything?
angry.
Why is Biden allowed to do anything as lame duck? Well, listen, usually lame duck president, they don't do anything insane. They just make sure that things don't fall off the rails completely. Obviously.
It would have been easier if Biden had still been the candidate and had lost in a crushing defeat.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the candidate.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He quite frankly does not give a shit about what Trump's gonna do. And that's the scary part. It's like, they're not gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do anything nuts, but we'll see, I guess. NATO could activate Article 5. Well, that's not gonna happen. They're not going to.
No. Yeah, don't do that. Like the point of Article 5 is if like one of the other countries is attacked, not Ukraine.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that. And that was the thing we said at the very start of the stream, something that everybody needs to get through their heads. China's a very different situation than Russia. China actually does have the capacity and wants to invade a lot of its neighbors.
Yeah.
Russia only has the capacity to, like,
Ukraine.
basically invade northern Georgia, Ukraine, like little bits and pieces of territory they used to own as the Soviet Union. They're never gonna be able to attack the Baltics.
No.
They're never gonna attack Poland.
They're not gonna be able to. Yeah, it's like this idea that they're gonna magically attack NATO. It's like, why? What do they have to gain from that?
Dying.
Yeah, exactly. All they gain is getting the shit kicked out of them. So, I mean, I don't get this idea. Article 5 only applies to NATO members. Well, yeah. It's illegal and he's a lame duck. It's infuriating. I know, but usually lame duck presidents, they just make sure they, nothing falls off the rails the last 2 months. They just make sure nothing goes insane. They just make sure no crazy foreign policy stuff happens. But, yeah. So, very sad world we live in. Very scary that we're even considering the idea of, well, this. Do you think Tills gets primaried? I hope he does, but I don't think he will. Rap, who should we run for governor in Illinois in 26? I don't know. Find someone good. Alright, if anyone got more super chats, more questions, concerns, comments, send them now. Last calls for super chats, folks. The only other country at risk is Moldova. But who cares? Honestly, I'm sorry, but, like, who honestly cares at that point? Moldova. That's by Romania, right?
Oh yeah, Moldova. It's northeast. It's northeast, and a lot of Romanians think it should be part of Romania. So
yeah, it's one of those states where it's like, yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna make a big deal about that one. I don't think Russia's gonna do anything.
No.
Again, Congress will keep funding these agencies. Then what? Well, all Trump has to do is just get rid of them. So. Most of the Source Shadows and ATACMs are not in supply and have been used in the theater for the last year. Now it's been purely PR. Okay. Romania could easily overrun Moldova. Yeah, so it's like they're not gonna. That's fear again. It's like when people are saying Putin's gonna invade Poland. He's gonna nuke Warsaw. It's like, no, he's definitely not.
Like, if the Ukraine peace deal goes so poorly that Russia actually has a border with Moldova and Transnistria, or however you pronounce it, they might try to take that they might try to take control of, like, make a path with Transnistria and Russia.
Well, aren't they pro Russia?
Yeah, they are. They are. That's like that. If they somehow got a border with them, I don't think Russia's going to be able to connect Russia's territory with Transnistria. So, we're fine with that.
All right. The consultant is Jeff. Oh yeah, Jeff Rowe. Thank you, Jeff Rowe. That's the consultant. Thank you. That's yeah. Have you considered a Christmas charity stream? Maybe. We'll see. I will do one if you guys share the stream, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, because YouTube is YouTube. And yet again, I don't know what they're doing. I don't get this right now. Rap, if you could, read that, Moldova has no military, so they could be overran easily. I just don't think anyone's going to invade them. For what purpose? What do you gain from that? I mean, the country is like, what? What is there to gain from invading that?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
There's no point. And the thing is like, because of the relations between Romania and Russia, they wouldn't do it in the first place.
Yeah, they're not going
Like
to.
they just wouldn't. There's no reason to. The last thing I wanted to say, because I know we're getting towards the end here, I kind of love the new online resistance thing that we're doing against the establishment Republicans, led by people like Charlie Kirk. So definitely, guys, keep vigilant. And if you see our establishment Republicans betraying the MAGA agenda, I mean, give them all the heat that you can. We should do. I think this coordinated online campaign stuff we're doing. It might be misguided at times, but I think it's going to generally be a very good thing to give heat and pressure to these people because they have to be on Trump's side. So get active and participate in that because it will make the party better if we have more control over what our elected leaders actually do. So I just want you guys to keep vigilant and like I said, follow Charlie Kirk because he's usually giving some marching orders, especially in like the past few weeks. And it's like I just want you guys to be active. Like we won, but the fight's not over, and that's my point. It's like the fight is not over. We have a fight for the whole party. We have a fight to like have control over our own politics. Don't let these cronies in DC control everything that happens. So, give them heat, give them letters, give them phone calls. I think that's what we got to keep doing now. I think that's what we do to fight for the country with Trump as he tries to fix stuff for us.
All right. Anyways, folks, I think we're on the stream here. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. All right, we'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see me at. Godspeed to all of you.